Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to WorksheetCloud and to your grade 6 English lesson. I hope you are taking care of yourself and working hard as always. Just remember, today you may need a piece of paper and a pencil so that you can do some of the activities along with me. Remember, if you do have any questions, you can email me at grade6@worksheetcloud.com. So let's jump into our lesson today. I'm going to start with our word of the day, and it's called risibility. Some people might say risibility. And it's the ability or disposition to laugh. Okay, so it's from Middle French, and it was someone or something that provokes laughter. So just remember to use it in the context of an ability. So if you have the ability to do something, you can't use it as in he is risibility, but he shows risibility. So see if you can use it somewhere today. We're jumping into our lesson straight away. It's quite a meaty one. So you do need to make sure that you are concentrating. We're talking about tenses. We've done auxiliary verbs, and we've spoken a bit about how tenses fit in with that. And so this is your lesson on continuous tense. There will be other lessons on perfect tenses that we'll do next time. So let's take a look at what continuous tense is. In continuous tense, just so you know, the rule is to be, to use the verb to be plus ing. That's the basic rule. To be, so if you are something like, example, I am a teacher, that is me being something. So you use the word to be plus ing. And so you can see here in the present tense, the word to be is am, is, or are. The verb to be in the past tense would be was or were. And in the future tense, it is going to be will be. So let's see how this works in practice. Okay, so we're looking at the present continuous tense. So something that is happening now and that is continuously going. So it's actions which are happening at or around the moment someone is speaking. So actions that are happening now. And you use am or is or are plus ing, because remember those are your present tense of the word, of the verb to be. So take a look. Example, now I am doing the washing. She is working very hard. I am staying with a friend. The boys are playing soccer. And when you look here, you can't say now I doing the washing, she working very hard, I staying with a friend, the boys playing soccer. You need to have your to be verb with ing. Am, is, am, and are. Right, so take a look here. This is the next one. It's just the affirmative. And what affirmative means is it's not the one saying you're not playing. It's that you are. Affirmative means yes, you are actually doing it. So in the affirmative, I am playing. You, we, or they are playing. He or she is playing. And so these are, remember, your to be verbs. Am, are, or is in the present tense. So he is running. The boys are sleeping. I am doing my homework. That is the affirmative present continuous tense, something that you are actually doing. If we've got the interrogative present continuous tense, think of the word interrogative. Think of interrogation. If you've seen any of those shows where they interrogate somebody and they're saying, they're asking questions. Who were you with? Why were you there? That's your interrogative, or the part of interrogation that you're going to use here. So it's asking questions. So that's all that interrogative present continuous tense means. You're asking a question. Am I playing? Are you, we, or they playing? Is he, she, or it playing? So interrogative just means asking the question. Example, is the presentation working in the classroom? Am I playing in the soccer match? And then you've got the negative. The negative means that you're not doing it. So take a look. You keep your same verbs, am, are, and is, but it's just not. I am not playing. You, we, or they are not playing. He, she, or it is not playing. So example, they are not swimming in winter. I hope not. I am not writing my essay for English. So do you see that there are those three parts of present continuous tense? The affirmative, you are doing something. The interrogative, are you doing something? And the negative, you are not doing something. Right, so let's try this exercise together. So I want you to pause the video at this stage, write 1 to 5 on a piece of paper and fill it in. Remember, I've put in the brackets here the verbs. Okay, but you do need your auxiliary or helping verb, am, is, or are, plus your ing. Okay, so off you go. Right, are you ready? So just to look at the example, I hope you did that. You can see the word have. It's got to be having, because we've got to have the verb to be with ing. So this is going to change to having. And then we're talking about we. So do we say is, am, or are? We are having dinner. We is having dinner. We am having dinner. Of course, you know that it is we are having dinner. So let's take a look at how you did. He is typing his work at the moment. We are expecting guests for supper. Who are you waiting for? Your coffee is getting cold. They are watching a movie. And I wonder if you can see out of these, can you tell me which are the affirmative, present continuous tense, interrogative, present continuous tense, or the negative? Okay, yes. So obviously number 3 is interrogative. It's asking a question. Who are you waiting for? Number 1, 2, 4, and 5 are in the affirmative. He is typing. You are expecting. Your coffee is getting cold. They are watching a movie. It's not in the negative. They are not watching a movie. Good. Right. And so this is very similar in the past. We're going to do past continuous tense, and we're going to look at the affirmative, interrogative, and the negative. So this is used to show that an action that was happening in the past, and you know that about past tense. So you're not going to say am, is, or are. You're going to use was and were. And what is the rule? The verb to be plus ing. So there's your verb, was or were plus ing. So look at the examples. He was working all night. I was buying a shirt when I ran into my friend. I was enjoying a beautiful afternoon. So let's take a look at each one. Right, remember the affirmative means the positive one, and we're looking at past continuous tense. So he, I, he, she, it was watching TV, or if we're talking about a plural, you, we, or they were watching TV. And I wonder if you can think back to our subject-verb agreement as well, which only works in the present tense. So just remember that for the ones that we've just done. So here are examples. Plural, they were reading the news. It was working earlier in the day. So that's your affirmative past continuous tense. Right, then we're looking at our negative past continuous tense. So something that has not happened in the past. Was I watching TV? Was she watching TV? Was he watching TV? Was it watching TV? Obviously, if it's a plural subject, were you, as in a group of you, watching TV? Were we watching TV? Were they watching TV? So let's take a look at the examples. What were you doing at 8 o'clock last night? Was it raining cats and dogs on Monday morning? Right, then we move on to our activity. So remember, we've done the affirmative, which is the positive. I was watching TV. Then we did the interrogative, asking a question. Were you watching TV last night? And then the negative, I was not watching TV last night. So I want you to pause the video at this stage. Don't forget, what is the rule? The verb to be, was or were in the past tense, must have ing with it. So you can't say my father eating when the postman arrived. You've got to use was or were. Off you go. Right, I hope you managed to do those. Let's take a look. My father was eating when the postman arrived. While my brother was studying, my grandma made muffins. My friend missed the train because he was talking to his friend. And number 4, my sister broke her leg when she was running. I was walking home when I met Dave. And you can see when it's a singular subject, just one person, you use was. If I went, they were eating when the postman arrived, you can see use the word were. But all of these were in the singular subject. Right. Now we're going to take a look at future continuous tense. And you've guessed it. It is the same rule. You've got to use the verb to be, which in the future tense is will be plus ing. Good. So we use the future tense to show an action that will happen over a period of time in the future. So example, you are going to be waiting for her at the airport at 1 o'clock. I will be taking personal leave from work next week. Are you going to be waiting up for Susan to get back from the party? So there again, I hope you can see what we're going to be doing now. There is your affirmative. You are going. I will be. And then this one, are you going to be waiting up, is your interrogative future continuous tense. Good. So let's take a look at the affirmative. I, he, she, it, they are all going to be using, and we will be using, will be. So there's no change. Whether it's a single subject or a plural subject, you still use the word will be plus ing. He will be reading. They will be reading. I will be reading. We will be reading, which we will be reading in one of our next lessons. Example, I will be working at 10 o'clock. You will be lying or laying on the beach and soaking up the sunshine. The postman will be coming soon. So those are all your affirmative. Okay, let's take a look. Sorry guys, I was just seeing that I didn't miss one. This is the negative. So again, it doesn't matter what your subject is, plural or singular, they will not, and often we just join them together and we say the word won't. We don't often go, I will not be coming, I won't be coming. So in English, we sometimes contract words because it sounds better, it just flows easier on your tongue. So she won't be reading, we will not be reading. Here's your examples. They will not be staying over at their friend's house. She won't be delivering a speech at the award ceremony. And so, it's not really wrong whether you use the word won't or will not, completely up to you. But obviously when we speak, we really do use a lot of contractions just to shorten our sentences and to make them just flow. And then you've got your interrogative future continuous tense. Remember asking questions. Good. Will he be helping the orphanage? Will she be helping the orphanage? Will they be helping the orphanage? And there you can see example. Will the sun be shining tomorrow? Will she be delivering her speech at the ceremony? Good. Okay, so now we come to our activity. So again, pause the video, think about future tense. You always use the verb will be, plus you add ing onto your main verb. So off you go. Right. So number 1, I will be watching TV when my brother arrives. Number 2, I am going to be staying. Something wrong there. It should be I will be staying at my aunt's house if you need me. Number 3, Madison will be studying at the library tomorrow. Tomorrow at 6 o'clock, I will be eating my supper. And number 5, while Erin is reading, Gabby will be watching TV. Now, I just want you to pause there and look at those. I want us to try, change those, because here's the real test. Can you change something that's in the future continuous tense to the past continuous tense or the present continuous tense? So let's try that. Number 1, I will be watching TV when my brother arrives. Let's make it now. We've got to use the verb, remember, for the present tense, am, is, or are. I is watching TV. No. I are watching. Good. I am watching TV when my brother arrives. Number 2, present continuous tense. Let's change it. I am staying at my aunt's house. Okay. So all the verbs that we use there are the verb am. Number 3, Madison is studying at the library. And we'd obviously take out the word tomorrow, because you want it to be today. Madison is studying at the library today. And then 4, we wouldn't start with tomorrow. We'd start with today at 6. I am eating my supper. And number 5, while Erin is reading, Gabby is watching TV. We could also change them into the past continuous. So we're going to use the verb to be in the past tense, was or were. I was watching TV when my brother arrived. I was staying at my aunt's house. And obviously we take if you need me because that's present tense or future tense. Number 3, Madison was studying at the library yesterday. We change that. Number 4, yesterday at 6, I was eating my supper. And number 5, while Erin was reading, Gabby was watching TV. Okay, so I hope you managed to get those, guys. So we've come to the end of our lesson. I do hope you've learned more about continuous tense. And remember, the verb to be in the present tense is, am, is, or are. In the past tense, the verb to be is was or were. And in the future, the verb to be is will be. And then all of those need to have what? Good. ing on your main verb. So remember, if you've got any questions about today's lesson on continuous tense, you can email me at grade6@worksheetcloud.com, and then there is going to be an activity for you to do. It is quite a tricky one, so really concentrate on the rules. Maybe write those down for yourself, present, past, and future, the actual verbs that you use, plus ing. So nothing more from me, grade 6s, but just to say thank you for watching. This lesson was brought to you by Worksheet Cloud, and I will see you again soon. Bye, everybody.